When I get a call or email from a teacher, superintendent, or Minister of Education from a country about a need for enhancing an education program, I always start with a needs analysis. I begin to ask them who, where, when, what, and how. In fact, when I received a call from one of the largest international development organizations that was interested in sponsoring an education program in an extremely underserved region, I started with the most important questions. Who are their students? What age? What grade if they are currently attending a school? What do they know and what do they need to know? What is being done for them? Are they migrant workers' children? Do they stay in one place long enough to enroll in a school? I go into more specific questions. What is the condition like? Do they have access to electricity? Do they have a roof in their school? Do they have papers or textbooks? What language or dialects do they speak? What's the parents' perception regarding education? What are the teachers like, if there are any? I go on with numerous questions. The goal is to understand as much as you can about the learners, learning needs, conditions, possible support, potential key players, and expected outcomes. I often visit the communities with my graduate students, and we try to feel the challenge with our own skin. When you experience the real condition and interact with students and stakeholders on the ground, your understanding about the context goes to a different level. The key here is not to assume anything. Find out, meet with the students and key players, be there, collect data. Never assume. Besides all the typical questions, nowadays I ask additional questions. One of them is the why question. After many years of implementing and evaluating educational programs, I learned that why question and answering it is extremely important. Why would students want to learn or be interested in education? What's their motivation? Why wouldn't parents send their kids to school in some places? Why would a local government support an education technology initiative? Why wouldn't the local private sector engage in providing infrastructure services? Why did previous technology projects fail? Why do kids get to eat only once a day and walk 3 hours to get to a school? Why there's no student who can afford to buy any textbook? You must understand what that big picture is and be able to describe it. As you investigate further and further, you often realize that you are not just dealing with one simple learning need, but everything around it. That everything around it often dictates whether your learning solution or your environment would sustain or fail. Don't be surprised. Your innovation can turn out to be innovative only in your lab. It took me a few years to start to look at education at an ecosystematic level and came up with this summary diagram, which you will see repeatedly in this class. I'll go into details of this diagram in the next video, but can you point out one thing that most stands out from this diagram? What is it? To me, it's the word evolve at the bottom of the diagram. It means that all these must evolve. If not evolving, it's surely going to face extinction sooner or later. Well, we'll discuss more details about this later. I'm hoping that when you do your needs analysis, you'll consider all these matters before you begin designing a solution. Once again, if you can imagine, you can make it happen. Thanks for watching.